Oh my god, what did I just witness? Game 2 just ended of the Suns Clippers, and that was one of the most exciting and unexpected game winners ever and endings ever in a playoff game. Man, we have so much to talk about in this video, but before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and let's get right into the video. Man, we're all here for one thing, that crazy DeAndre Ayton alley-oop finish for the win with like 0.9 seconds left. And that ending couldn't have gone any better. That play was executed to a T. DeAndre Ayton came down to the paint, caught the alley-oop pass from Jay Crowder, which again, we have to give Jay Crowder a lot of credit. That's a tough pass to make, especially with Boogie Cousins guarding you, a 7-foot frame, jumping up and down, flailing his arms, and to still make that crazy accurate pass, and for DeAndre Ayton to have the skills to put it in at the right exact moment. That is an insane ending. That gave me, it kind of reminded me of the game winner by OG Anunoby in the Raptors series last year against the Celtics. The last couple of minutes of this game in the fourth quarter were very exciting, and obviously it led to a now, I'd say, legendary moment of the crazy alley-oop finish. Paul George was making buckets in the fourth quarter, big time buckets. He drove, he got a layup. Paul George did miss 2 free throws to end the game, and that's what ultimately cost him the game. That's just unexcusable. All-star, your superstar player missing 2 free throws in a clutch moment. That's sad, man. That's sad. That's ultimately what led to the alley-oop finish. I believe the Suns were down 103-104. Correct me if I'm wrong, but man, DeAndre Ayton is an absolute beast. But we'll get back to that. Let's talk about the actual game. This game was Cameron Payne's. Cameron Payne dropped his career high. He had 29 points, 9 assists. Again, we see that assist number. I think he had 9 last game too, and he shot 12 for 24 from the field. He was everywhere tonight. His arms are so long. He gets those easy, he had so many scoop layups, and he got to the paint with ease, getting past Patrick Beverley with no problem. He did hit 2 threes, so again, he only shot 2 for 8 from the field, from the 3-point land, but the shots that counted were big ones, and Cameron Payne was everywhere tonight with his playmaking too. 9 assists. He really stepped up, man. I'm proud of him. Obviously CP3 out again and Kawhi Leonard out with that injury. So Cameron Payne's story of tonight, 29 points. He was on a scoring tear. It felt like he was everywhere tonight. It wasn't just one time where he affected the game. It was all throughout all 4 quarters. And let's talk about DeAndre Ayton, the Mr. Game winner himself. He had another big game. This whole playoffs, his stock is at his highest point it has ever been. He had 24 points, 14 rebounds, going 12 for 15 from the field. He's so efficient, man. Every time he goes up, it seems like he makes it. And obviously with that alley-oop finish, I just got out of my seat and started screaming. Comment down in the comment section, what was your reaction to that crazy alley-oop finish? Because I know you just couldn't watch that with a straight face. That was crazy execution, and shout out to the Suns for drawing that play up, as that's honestly crazy. But again, going 12 for 15, very efficient game for DeAndre Ayton. He was getting so many rebounds in the fourth quarter. This whole game, he had 14 rebounds. He had 12 points in the first quarter alone, so big game from DeAndre Ayton. Now the Suns are up 2-0, and the Clippers could have stole this one, man. They really could have stole this one. Now they're in an even bigger deficit, and I think that, Kawhi Leonard's injury is worse than we think it is, because there's no, real sign of him getting better. The team never came out and said that he's getting better or he might play next game. But Jay Crowder, damn, he only had 2 points. He played 33 minutes, 0 for 3 from the 3-point land. It seems like he had a much bigger effect on this game, but I guess his hustle and his effort defensively really helped this team out. And obviously having part of being one of the biggest plays of tonight with the pass. Again, a lot of people are going to underrate that pass. That's a very hard pass to make, especially over the 7-footer. Boogie Cousins jumping up and down. But Devin Booker, a little quiet tonight. He had to go to the locker room in the third quarter to get some stitches done. He had 20 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. He couldn't hit a 3 to save his life. 1 for 3 and 5 for 16. So another quiet, not another. Last game he had a 40-point triple-double, but a quiet night from him this game. Dario Saric, the minutes he did play in the third, I think a little bit of the fourth, were very, very efficient and good scoring wise. He had 11 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, and 13 minutes. So again, and I want to talk about Cameron Johnson. He's the definition of a role player that can come off the bench and provide you amazing minutes. His off the ball play is so amazing. You know, he had 11 points, 3 rebounds, 5 for 5 field goal. He didn't miss a single shot. His backdoor cuts are unbelievable. His cutting to the basket, his IQ. You know, there's one single possession I remember when he cut. He was near the free throw line. He caught the ball and rises up and swishes a shot. That was beautiful basketball by Cameron Johnson. No complaints on his hand. This whole game from the Suns was, I can't say flawless, but it was pretty efficient. I have to say that. You know, a lot of these players were making their shots, and again, DeAndre Ayton, I can't say enough of him. Amazing game from him and Cameron Payne. That's the story of tonight. But let's talk about the Clippers. Paul George, another, you know, he didn't play particularly well tonight, but in the fourth quarter, obviously missing those two free throws, but in the fourth, I'd say he was pretty clutch because he was hitting mid-range jumpers in the fourth with like 2 minutes left, and I'd say he was clutch in the fourth except those 2 free throws, which, again, that contradicts itself, but he had 26 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds, 1 for 8 from the three-point line. He couldn't hit a 3 to save his life. He shot 10 for 23 from the field. Reggie Jackson, another big night, 19 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds, going 3 for 7 from the three-point land. He was big tonight. You know, his ISO scoring is up to par, and it was very helpful tonight. We got to talk about Pat Bev. His energy and excitement this whole night was unbelievable, and that's a big reason why the Clippers were even in it. You know, he had 6 points, 4 rebounds. Again, for Pat Bev, the stats never show exactly how good he was on the court because his defensive effort, his effort on the court, yelling at everybody, I know it might sound kind of ridiculous, but the yelling at everybody is a big part of what makes, you know, some of these plays happen because in the fourth quarter, if you guys didn't know, Devin Booker had the ball, and Pat Beverly, you know, flicked it out of his hands, and he yelled at the refs to replay it, and guess what? The refs replayed it, and it was off of Devin Booker, so that was another good possession from Pat Beverly. Zubac, 14 points, 11 rebounds, and that's basically it. Luke Kennard, the minutes he did play, 10 points, 4 for 7, and that's honestly big that in the fourth quarter, the coaches on both sides were drawing up plays for Mikal Bridges and Luke Kennard. That just shows you how much trust that both of these coaches have in their players. But man, this ending is crazy. People are going to talk about this one when the series is all said and done and be like, man, the Clippers really could have stole this game, and that would have shifted the whole momentum of this series, which I 100% agree with. But what can you say? You know, you can't really do much. The Suns, just give credit to the Suns and poor defensive execution by the Clippers. DeAndre Ayton feasted, Cameron Payne feasted, no CP3, no Kawhi Leonard. Both teams are on even playing fields. And I honestly believe that the better team came out with a win tonight, but the Clippers honestly could have stole it, but coulda, shoulda, woulda. Comment down in the comment section what your reaction to this game is. Obviously, big games on both sides, but this is going to end off the video. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn the bell for more post-game coverages just like this one. And shout out to my guy DeAndre Ayton, making one of the biggest plays in his life, playing one of the biggest games in his life. So big shouts out to him and the Suns, Cameron Payne, and I'm out. Peace.